Okay, back on the 380 SL project. Cleaning is coming along. The paint is coming back. There are numerous scratches and dings and nicks, but what you'd expect for a 1982. Still looks decent. You can see the side moldings are off the fender and off the door. I've ordered all new clips, and I have the side moldings. They just have to be reinstalled. The convertible top is back down again in its bay, and I have been working on looking at the floors. You can see where the back seat, it's not the seat, it's the little storage shelf area, is underneath there. There is some surface rust and some small pinholes that have developed. The majority of it, it looks worse than it really is. I'm going to take care of that. The carpeting is quite sun damaged. As you can see, that the Palomino carpet has turned almost white. In fact, as you can see down here on the side panels by the rockers, it's almost white. What we're looking here is the passenger front floorboard. It looks a lot worse than it is. This is just surface rust. There are no holes whatsoever. I am cleaning it now. I've taken the tar boards out, and they will be replaced with fresh, and then put back together. I've got the side panel off the console. That carpet is off. I have the area of the fuse box opened up because I have to get in there today, and I'm going to replace all the fuses. I'm going to clean up the fuse box area. I've taken out the glove box, looking at all the electronics back in here. Everything looks fairly good. I see some extra wiring for an aftermarket stereo. I see an old cell phone antenna cable sitting in there. The seats are in nice shape. Although being Palomino, they are turning a little pinkamino, as they call it. Console wood, well, what are you gonna do? It's just dry and cracking. Door panels look good though. You can see both sides. Sun visors, oh, they're a mess. They're gonna have to be taken care of. This is all cosmetic. Trunk is empty. This is where the battery lives. And I'm shocked to say that all that is just surface rust. There are no holes in here whatsoever. It's solid. These are drain holes. And of course there's a plastic tray, plastic container that sits in here that the battery sits in. This carpet is a mess. I will have to replace this carpet. I don't know. It's ugly. It's awful. Spare tire well sits right up under here. And that floor is also nice and dry, with the drains still evident. No holes. Driver side, that is the electric antenna. It is an aftermarket, I believe, because it looks like it was wired in a little bit differently than the factory would. And everything looks good in here. It's just that electrically, I do not know if anything works. When I got the car, it turned over. It will start and immediately stalls. You have to hold down the accelerating it with a gas pedal. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. I did check some of the fuel injection electronics under the hood in the engine compartment, and they were not getting any voltage. When I got to the fuse box, I found lots of fuses wrong, in wrong places, wrong colors, wrong amperage. I found blown fuses. So that's why I haven't done anything with the engine yet, Today the plan is I'm going to put the battery in. I'm going to hook it up after I clean the fuse box and replace all the fuses with the correct fuses. Then I'm going to see what works electrically. As you can see, the back carpet, that has almost turned white. You see the color difference there. I am going to be cleaning it with some Folex carpet cleaner, which I picked up at Lowe's. I'll show you a little picture of this. Kent at the Mercedes Source website swears by this Folex Instant Carpet Spot Remover, and I tried it on a little piece of carpet, and it is incredible. I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to find some SEM paint, and they actually make a Palomino paint color. And since this is faded almost to white, I am excited to see how that turns out. You can see how dirty things were. This was a little test area I did right here, and it's still a little wet, but it will clean up. And I've got stuff stacked everywhere, the poor Porsche project. But I got everything torn apart. And I am excited today to see, do I have lights? Do I have a fan motor? Do I have a horn? Turn signals, windshield wipers? I don't want to test those because the blades are just awful. But I want to get some fuses in here, and I want to see electrically what is going on with this car. I have ordered some parts. I have ordered some rust preventative and rust converter paint that I'm going to use on the floorboards. And I've got new tar boards to go down. Then I will clean carpets. And once I get it looking really nice, that's when I'm going to start slowly but surely getting in the engine compartment to see what's going on there. This is the engine compartment. It is intact. Everything is here. It's full of coolant, it's full of fresh oil, which was changed by the shop that had it, and the filter's new. There are some strange things under here, like look at this around the coil. I don't know what they were putting on here to try and keep things, I guess, from getting wet. Everything is here. There is a mystery device right there, which is apparently an aftermarket alarm system that was installed in the 80s with a little hood pin. That is all going to come out. That is just, I see where they wired it in here. That is all going to be removed. I don't want anything like that messing up my chances of this thing running. I did hear this car run. You start it up, and as long as you take your finger and just press this down a little bit right here on the fuel, on the air metering device, she runs. Let go, nothing. I checked voltages here at the idle speed control valve, 0 volts. Which makes me think that once I get into the fuse box and start replacing fuses, maybe things will start coming alive. Behind the glove compartment, I did find the fuel pump relay, which I know is working because the fuel pump comes on and it does start. I did find the idle speed control computer, which is there, and everything looks intact and original, like it's never been disturbed. As you can see, it's kind of a mess under here, but I was shocked. I do have a hood pad, and it's in good shape. It needs a lot, but for what I paid for this car, I have a feeling it is going to be worth it. This car will never see rain again. It's only going to be driven top down on nice sunny days, and I'm excited. Of course, I haven't even gotten underneath the car to look at the suspension other than quick looks at ball joints and things like that, and that's all intact. No holes in the floorboards. The rockers underneath are all nice. The tires are dry rotted from 2006. They just look nice, and they have tons of tread, but they haven't been driven. The chrome bunts, I don't care for. They cleaned up a little bit. This is just a little cleaning, but I'm gonna go back with regular bunts, painted. This is the hardtop, which needs to be cleaned, but it's in good shape. I've ordered myself a hardtop stand for it with cover that should be coming in sometime next week. All in all, not a bad project, and I will take some further videos and pictures as the day progresses. A lovely view of the hood in front of this car. It's classic design, just beautiful, cleaning up very nicely. I'm so happy. The bunt wheels really cleaned up nice. The more I keep looking at it, maybe I'm changing my mind on these chrome bunts. It really sets off the black paint. And just another just wonderful view. The shine on this old 41-year-old paint is just amazing. I can't wait to get this thing running and driving. I think I've said in one of my early videos, this is the original windshield from this car from 1982. It's just amazing. If you're wondering why the windows are still up, I have no idea if they work. It's going to come along. As soon as I can get all these fuses situated and fuse box looked at, up under the parcel shelf area behind the front seats. The rust is starting to get cleaned up a little bit. I'm going to have to take care of these little pinholes. Look at the glove compartment, the dashboard, passenger front side. It's cleaning up nicely. As you can tell, I love taking pictures and videoing this car. Just a classic design. I mean, they built these from, I believe, 1972 to 1989. Just incredible amount of time they built this R107 Mercedes. Passenger floorboard is just excellent. Passenger door panel, just beautiful shape. Just can't wait to clean it up a little bit. It's a little bit dark in some areas from a little bit of dirt, but everything is intact. Looking down at the console and the seats, amazing condition. They are so soft and so comfortable. It's truly a cruiser. And that trunk lid, wow, look at the reflections. Of course, you know, this is a video. Videos make things look a whole lot better, but in person, you have to look, but you will see scratches and little nicks and dings, as to be expected in something this old. Here's a view of the hardtop sitting on the ground there. As I said earlier, I do have a stand ordered for it, and then with a cover. So I can't wait for that to come in and get it up off the floor. And a view from behind, showing other things inside my shop here also. A little MG TD kit car, the red one right up there in front. Yeah, that's a fun car to drive. Now looking down at the plastic box and its little components where the battery sits inside. It's cracked in places, but it's usable. Looking down in the trunk, and the area up under that hump there is where the spare tire sits. In good shape back there, real good shape. This is a Hirschmann electric antenna. It is not the original antenna that came with the car. It was wired in by someone. It was butchered in by someone. I have no idea if it works or not. Looking at the other side of the trunk, you can see the jack mounted above the battery compartment. Everything is here. I'm hoping that maybe some of these videos I'm doing will show people where things are in their car, because so often these older cars are hacked up and cut up, and things are removed, things are modified. It's tough to figure out where is everything supposed to be. Looking down where the battery lives in the trunk on the passenger side in the back, Mercedes did a great job of putting the battery in a plastic box and then covering it with a carpeted panel, with drains down in the floor also. So if there is any acid leaking from the battery, it's going to go out through the drain holes. There's one drain hole in that black pan, and then 2 drain holes in the area of the floor there. Looking over at the passenger side, you see the wiring, the way it was butchered for that electric antenna. I hope it works. Also, that cover on the left is covering up the light bulbs for the turn signal and brake lights and backup lights. I have no idea if anything works. I'm excited to later get on with replacing fuses and dropping a battery in here and see what works and what doesn't. Looking at the passenger footwell, that is a speaker. That's the right-hand speaker on the passenger side. But looking down, you can see that kick panel that your feet rests on. Bolted to the back of that is the K-Jetronic computer. It mounts to the floorboard there. And to the right is the fuse box area. And that wire that's hanging down there, that is actually for the footwell lights that come on when you open your door. Looking at the dash, I do have some dash cracks, as expected for something this old. Probably been sitting out in the sun for quite a while. Hopefully you're enjoying this video and my videos as much as I'm doing them. Never really done this before. I have lots of pictures, lots of videos. I'm learning how to put these videos together and get them on YouTube. Hopefully this will help someone who has an R107 that they are cleaning up and restoring and getting running, to look at, well, okay, this is how this goes. This is how this attaches. This is how it's supposed to look. But stick around for the next video, which is going to be getting into the fuse box area and replacing fuses and getting the battery hooked up. And hopefully we will see what works, what doesn't work. Thanks again. Bye.